Congratulations short-lived as they prepare for the second test match in this two-match series. In his post-match press conference, Alistair Cook seemed to suggest that there may well be changes for that second test match in Dhaka, a sort of rest and rotation policy in front of England's long odyssey on the subcontinent. In terms of the batting, Gary Ballance is probably the most obvious player who is under pressure. Whether England will decide to bring in Hasim Hameed at the top of the order and move Ben Duckett down to number 4 is anybody's guess. Josh Buttler has also been mentioned as somebody who could be brought in to break up England's left-hander heavy top 6. However, that seems to be a little bit more of an outside bet as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to the bowlers, Stuart Broad has only played the one test match and only got through 23 overs in it, so I'm very much doubtful that he'll be in line for a rest for the second test match in Dhaka. Not mentioning, of course, that he got into some great rhythm in that long spell on the 4th day. So I expect him to play. Chris Woakes might well be in line for a bit of a breather, being that he plays all forms of the game and has already been out there for the one-day series. And I suppose, people might think, well, what about Ben Stokes? Precious as he is, can we afford for him to be injured or burnt out before we get through to the middle part of the India series? Well, rather you than me tapping him on the shoulder and telling him that he's not playing at this moment. That for me then leaves the changes to be made in the spin department. My feeling is that England will definitely want to have a look at Zafar Ansari in this second test match in Dhaka, and for me the obvious thing to do in that case would be to replace Gareth Batty with his Surrey teammate. Gareth is experienced enough and old enough to be brought back in to the first test match in India should he be required, and it will give Alistair Cook and Trevor Bayliss the chance to get a look at their left arm option, particularly as India will be full of top order right-handed batsmen. Ben Duckett reinforced his growing reputation as England's coming man with 2 superb half-centuries. It's rare that young English batsmen make such a clean transition to full England colours, let alone play so well in alien subcontinental conditions. It was a memorable trip for Jake Ball, also drafted into the side at the last minute. His match-winning fifer in the first match at Dhaka will live long in the memory, and the fact that his stamina and skill and decision-making at the back end of a tense encounter all came through the test shows that England have an enormous amount of depth, not only when it comes to the batting, but also in the fast bowling stocks. Sam Billings once again proved that you can throw just about anything at him at any time and he will be able to rise to the challenge. This extraordinarily talented young batsman may well find himself a role in all forms of cricket for England at the order. Who knows? The difficulty for Sam Billings and the selectors is to know exactly where to get the best out of him. A wicket-keeper batsman capable of finishing off innings, also with enough talent to bat up the order. He's going to be one of those guys that trying to pinpoint a position and keeping him there might be the big